Man, hair still wet. All right, y'all. Ain't gonna waste too much time with this. I'm up late as hell. It is currently 12:14 a.m. in the morning, so it's Wednesday. What is it? March the what? March the 6th. Anyways, y'all. So I just have a question. Can anybody answer this for me? What makes a man insecure? Hmm? I just want to know. I know everybody got their different thoughts and opinions and stuff like that, but I want to know in your eyes what makes a man insecure. I mean, I have my ideal. Obviously, I'm gonna give it to you in a little bit, but I just want to know. Now, of course, right now, nobody's going to be able to answer this because I'm doing the video while it's on unlisted, of course. So I'm not doing it live on the fly. But like I told y'all, as time go by, I will make sure when I'm doing these lives, it's public. I'm going on the fly. But if you're still watching this video right now, I'm a minute and 3 seconds in. If you would like for me to go when I'm going live to do a public on the fly so that we can interact, because that's what I want to do. I want to get myself more comfortable with doing live publicly. I don't care if it's one person in here, two people, but I want to interact with y'all, have that conversation. Y'all can tell me y'all thoughts, and then of course I can give y'all my thoughts. We can trade thoughts, ideals, things of that nature. Agree, disagree, obviously be respectful in the comments, be respectful towards one another, and we can go from there. With that being said, what makes a man insecure? Because all I hear is when it comes to a man being insecure, this is the example that I hear. Typically, if the dude's in a relationship with a chick and the chick is on some bullshit, i.e., she starts dressing a certain way, and or if she wants to go out and do certain things with her girls or things of that nature, he don't supposed to give his thoughts on those things, because if he does that, that makes him insecure. If he was secure in himself, then he wouldn't worry about that because he knows that that's his girl and he shouldn't have nothing to worry about. That's all I hear. But that sounds like an excuse to me. Sounds like bullshit to me. I look at it like this. As a man, if you are secure, number one, you're going to be who you are. So let me give you an example for me. If I did something that was deemed zesty online, or just in general, if Amax was caught doing something zesty, just like let's bring up like with the Shannon Sharpe stuff, right? They got the picture on him where they catch him in a still shot with his legs a certain way with the clothes he had on. He got on the strap bag and stuff like that. It doesn't matter if he's homosexual or not, right? That doesn't matter. But the thing is, if Shannon Sharpe is secure, he's not going to argue back and forth on if that's what he is or not. He doesn't have, if he knows he's a heterosexual man, that's what it's going to be. Now, if somebody's flat out lying on him, he has the right to be like, dude, come on now. Like, let's not go with the bullshit. But for the most part, it makes no sense for him to argue back and forth with regular everyday people that he doesn't interact with in real life and trying to prove himself that he's trying to prove to people that he's not homosexual. Because I see that you got a lot of dudes who may swing that way, which is cool, right? That's what the dude want to do. But what will happen is the guy will try to portray himself in a supposedly overly masculine way, i.e., I'm banging a lot of chicks, i.e., I'm doing anything that may be deemed as total opposite of being a homosexual. And it's like, well, if that's who you are, be who you are. If that's not who you are, then that's not you. So an insecure man will go out of his way to try to prove that he's not something that he may be. So that's what I'm looking at. So that's a part of being insecure. Another thing, a part of being insecure, which brings me back to the relationship or the dynamic between a woman and a man. When you're secure, you shouldn't have no issue with addressing anything that may be a bother to you. Because think about it like this. If I'm living with a woman, me and a woman, we're cohabitating. And let's say for the sake of everything, we're splitting the bills. Both of our names is on the lease. And I depend on her finances to make sure that we pay all of the bills. I can't pay them all by myself. Well, what an insecure man is going to do, or in this situation, what insecurity is going to do for a man is if that woman, if she's on some bullshit, You're not going to address none of that. Why? Because number one, you want to keep the peace. Number two, you definitely don't want her to get emotional in such a way where she'll walk away or walk out the house and now y'all not sharing the apartment no more, or she's not contributing her money to help you pay these bills. That's what an insecure man would do. He would say, man, I understand as a woman, a lot of women out there, they'll cut their nose to spite their face. She don't give a damn. If she's mad enough, she'll walk away from this situation. Now I'm stuck paying the bills that I can't afford. The insecure man ain't gonna say shit about that. However, on the flip end, as a man, and this is what I suggest to any man, me knowing the stuff that I know at my age now. Number one, you shouldn't be living with a woman, especially at a young age. You should get the opportunity to be able to learn how to live by yourself for at least the next, let's say you're 18, for the next 5 years minimum. I would say even up to 10 years. So if you need help on bills, I would say get a bro that you could live with, right? Y'all share the bills that way. And then if y'all want to kind of mess with chicks outside of the house, obviously try not to get nobody pregnant, none of that goofy shit. Go that route. But with another chick, with a chick, that it shouldn't happen. So let me say this. Let's say you a guy, you got your shit together, money's no issue. You've been paying your own bills for like the last 5 or 10 years. Let's say 5 years. Your life is awesome. Bills is no issue. You meet this chick, you decide to let this chick move in with you for a while. Now everything's in your name because when she met you, you was already doing everything on your own. Well, in that situation, if y'all got into it or if something was plaguing you, your mind, right, in terms of her being on some bullshit, you would address it right away. A secure man is going to be like, hey, I'm not cool with this. This is why I'm not cool with it, right? Because you're not afraid to lose her, number one. Number two, you're not afraid if she leaves because you already were doing your thing in the first place before she came. You see what I mean? You see the difference there between the man that's insecure and the man that's secure? So as a man that's secure, again, you're going to be yourself. You're not going to try to prove that you're something that you're not, number one. Number two, when it comes to dealing with a woman, if there's anything that needs to be addressed in that situation, right? Let's say for the sake of everything, you haven't went through a lot of bullshit, but you have gotten the opportunity to be given game by a lot of older guys that came before you, right? So you understand certain tendencies when women approach the relationship with certain tendencies. You're going to already have an idea on how to approach that. Guess what happens? Let's say she was dressed in more modest when you first met her, and then as time goes by, she starts to dress a little bit more sexually provocative. You get to address that. Hey, this is not how we met each other. I'm not cool with you dressing like that. Well, it's my body, my choice. Yes, it's your body, your choice. But in this relationship, I'm not cool with that. So if you want to be a part of this relationship, there are stipulations that come with this relationship, meaning conditions. But if you want to do your thing as if you're single, because when you're dressed like that, to me, I'm looking at that as fucking advertisement, right? That looks like I'm with somebody, but look, or in your mind, you saying you with somebody, but your actions is saying, look, I'm still out here. Whoever is the best choice. Men know that shit, but a lot of men won't address it, especially the insecure ones or the ones that are afraid of losing you, right? Because they hadn't worked on themselves totally. They're not totally secure in themselves. They don't have, or they may be in a situation where they need your finances. So they allow you to do that goofy shit. So as I was saying, you can address that. I'm not cool with that and explain why. And she has a choice. I'm not forcing you to dress the way you don't want to dress, but I'm telling you what I'm not cool with. I met you dressing this way, which was respectful to yourself and is definitely respectful to the relationship. Not in this way. Think about this. You got a chick that may try to go out with her girls, right? Oh, I'm going to have a girls' night. I want to go out to the club and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, that's kind of weird. You're in a relationship. So why do you want to go into an environment where the energy exudes? Anybody that's out here, this is for the singles and people that's actually bringing out someone that they're couples with. Because when you're going out to the club, yes, to be a little bit fair, women can really go out with each other and enjoy one another in those settings without looking to have sex with nobody. That's agreed upon. But you're still putting yourself in a situation where it can be harmful to your relationship. I think of it like this. You got a woman. I can compare it to a vote, right? Hey, Max, where you going with this? I'm going to tell you. Let's say that vote, right? That vote can be the most secured vote in the world. Now you got these sophisticated robbers, some of the most sophisticated in the world that tries to come and open up that vote. Guess what's going to happen? If these most sophisticated robbers come and try to open that vault, it's supposed to be the most secured in the world. It cannot be cracked. Do you think whoever owns that vault that has valuables in there is going to say, you know what? Maybe I'm not worried about that. They can try all they want. They'll never crack it open. Or they're going to say, you know what? Regardless of how secure it is, let me get my security or my policemen to come and take care of it. What you think they're going to do? The first thing or the second? The second. Because if you give any sophisticated robber or top robber enough time, they're going to crack open that vault. Same thing in the situation with a woman. The more you put her in these situations that could be a issue, right? That could be a harm to the relationship. The more you put her around a certain type of guys, there's a chance that somebody's they're going to crack open that safe. They're going to crack open that situation. And that's how shit happens. I don't know how many guys I've talked to. I don't know how many stories I've read where dude is, oh, I want to act like I'm insecure or being controlling, so I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna let her do what she want. And then meanwhile, the whole time he was thinking like, man, she been acting mad weird. And then fast forwarded, almost every time she was stepping out or doing some goofy shit, because he never checked in. He never held her accountable, meaning that he never sat down and said, look, man, this is what I'm seeing. This is what I believe. Let's talk. What's going on? Because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. My time is important. I don't care what you want to do on your end, but I don't want my time wasted. If there's somebody else, cool. Right? And then if she says no, but her action is still showing that she's on some weird shit, look, we ain't good for each other. I see you still on this shit. My belief is this is what you're doing. You're not showing me anything otherwise on your actions. You got to go. And that's why it's important for you to have your own as a man when it comes to the finances, taking care of yourself for a period of time, educating yourself as much as you can when it comes to the relationship dynamic between dealing with a woman. You understand? So that's my thoughts when it comes to being secure compared to insecure. But y'all tell me how y'all feeling. I would love to hear y'all thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I really don't give a damn. It's not going to change my mind. And in fact, I understand what it looks like in terms of what a secure man should look like or perceive when they're dealing with life compared to an insecure man. But I want to hear y'all thoughts nonetheless. I want to hear some stories. If y'all have some crazy stories that you went through, I've heard so many stories on YouTube now. It's crazy. And then, of course, I've talked to people in person who's dealt with these issues when a woman tried to make them feel bad for questioning some of her decisions in a relationship. Anyways, comment, like, subscribe. And if you made it this far, 13 minutes in, that is freaking fantastic. I almost cussed. Let me know if y'all would like to do the live publicly, so that we can interact with one another. I can say what I'm going to say while interacting. But I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all got something out of it. And I would love to hear what y'all got to say, because I could definitely learn more. There's always more to learn. There's always somebody that can give you some game where you're like, damn, I didn't even think about it like that. So let me hear y'all thoughts. Comment. I said thoughts. Like, subscribe. And to the next video.